Hey guys, welcome to the Booze Bros channel, where we taste and review all the liquor you didn't pick up at the package store. My name is George.
And my name is Donald. Today our special guest is going to be Old St. Pete's Sunshine Whiskey, right out of the Old St. Pete Distillery. Can't wait to give it a shot.
So stick around, this should be pretty tasty. Welcome back, guys. We're so glad you're here. Old St. Pete Whiskey. What the heck is Old St. Pete Whiskey?
Old St. Pete, this is actually the Sunshine version of Old St. Pete's Whiskey. I tried to do a little research into this. What I found is that they used to have what was called their sweet corn whiskey, and I'm assuming that this is just their new line. Maybe they changed it up a little bit, but this is brand new. As you can see here, this is batch number 2. We got bottle number 1627.
We're in early, huh?
Yeah, so I'm excited to get some taste on this and see where we're at. But in regards to the whiskey itself, this is actually a blend. So it's a blend of 4-year-old whiskey that's been finished with smoked oak chips, and that's 25% of the volume. And then the rest of it, the 75% left, would be 7-year barrel-aged whiskey. So we got a little bit of your classic barrel-aged on 7 years, which is kind of on the higher end. And then you also got your roughly standard 4-year-old age, but it's been with smoked oak chips. So it's definitely going to be a different flavor than what you're used to, like trying like a Jim Beam or a Jack Daniels.
I hope so.
Absolutely.
No offense to the Jack Daniels drinkers, but...
Absolutely, yeah. But this is definitely going to be a little different than what you're finding at your local liquor store. In regards to the history of this, though, I couldn't find a whole lot on this. I was able to find like 3 Old St. Pete websites that described it, but none of them told me what type of grain they used. I know for their sweet corn, they used the corn grain, but we're kind of just going and tasting this one blind, not really sure what they used. I almost wish it had a orange taste to it, but we'll find out if it does or not, because it's called Sunshine Whiskey, and Florida's the Sunshine State, and I love oranges.
And St. Pete is in our backyard, and St. Pete's a super cool city, man, so we're completely stoked to try this. I think I can speak for both of us on that.
Absolutely, yeah. I want to go down to the Old St. Pete Distillery and check it out. Apparently they make about, I think it's 6 different liquors they make. They make a whiskey, they make 2 gins, they make a rum, 2 rums.
We like the rum.
Yeah,
we've had the rum before.
The rum is great. Their spiced rum is phenomenal. We'll do a review on that eventually.
Absolutely.
But we're going to do a few more first initial tastings first. But this one is actually a small batch pot distilled. So I'm excited to give this a shot.
Me too. I mean, I just look at the bottle, and aesthetically speaking, it's beautiful. It really it has like an old Western vibe to it, you know, like old Southern.
It's got like the Old West, but it's mixed with a modern. The sun almost reminds me of Sublime, with their Sublime.
Good call.
With their Sublime emblem.
Like, imagine the Old West with a beach.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, like you're a cowboy and then you want to get a tan afterwards. Right here. That's what this looks like. It's pretty cool. It's really cool looking. It looks like a whiskey bottle.
I love the bottle. It's great. They definitely put a lot into the looks of the bottle.
Well, you know what? It's not about the outside. It's what's inside that counts. Let's taste it.
Absolutely true.
Can I open it?
Yeah. How much do you think that bottle tastes? Tastes?
I hope it tastes a lot.
How much do you think that bottle costs?
What was this, about $30?
I was hoping it would be about $30. That's where their rum falls in. But this one was actually $39.99, $42 after tax.
That's good. That's a step up from Jack Daniels Jim Beam.
Definitely about twice the price point there. So we're going to see if it has twice as good of a taste.
I'm hoping so. All right, let's see if we can get that pop sound there. Hold on. Here it comes, ready?
I'm waiting.
You ready?
Ooh.
Was that disappointing or was that okay?
We can bump it up.
In post. All right, so I'd like to pour a drink for you, my friend. Here we go, Donald. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. My turn. Just kidding.
He's scared.
You ever have friends that do that? Let me pour you a drink, and they give themselves like a sip. I just gave myself more. It's fine.
Oh, that's okay.
Wait,
you want to trade or no?
All right. Bam. Put that right there. Well, we're gonna give it a taste, and let's see what it goes. Oh,
show the color a little bit. It's got a nice amber. I feel like a mosquito could be stuck in there. We can put in a scene. It's beautiful.
You ever hear of feces species? What is that called? Feces species? It's like this company that basically gets feces of a creature, like an animal or a bug, and they put it in amber and use it as a paperweight. I hope it doesn't taste like that, but I mean, it's a thing. Let's
give it a smell.
Let's give it a smell.
Oh, that smells great. I smell corn in it. Sweet corn. Is this a sweet corn whiskey? Or are they just tricking us right now? Right?
It hits, but it doesn't offend.
No, it's not offensive at all. It's got a bite to it when you smell it. You definitely feel it in your nostrils, but if it was a whiskey that you didn't feel, I'd be a little disappointed.
Yeah, it wouldn't be whiskey.
Exactly.
Well, you ready to give it a shot?
Yeah, man.
Not a shot, a taste.
We'll give it a taste.
All right. Cheers.
That's pretty good.
That's smooth.
Very smooth.
Yeah, very smooth. I mean, this is
strong on the corn.
Strong on the corn. But it didn't burn.
No, it didn't burn.
It's pretty, I would say on the smooth factor, high in the smooth factor.
I'm highly impressed with that first taste.
Me too.
You going for another?
Well, not yet. Now, one thing to note, Donald is a whiskey guy. This guy, I don't know. You walk into his house, he has about 150 empty whiskey bottles. All right, this guy likes to drink some whiskey. He's being modest here. I like whiskey, but I'm more of a rum guy. But this is nice whiskey. If I go to Don's house and he breaks out a bottle of this, and I could drink this all night with him, no problem. It's good.
Absolutely, yeah. I typically drink. My go-to whiskey for every night drinking would be like a Woodford. I like the nice complex flavor it offers. But I don't typically drink Woodford straight. I usually use it in a mixed drink, like an old-fashioned, because it's a little too strong on the bite for me.
His old-fashions are good, by the way.
Yeah, we'll have to make one.
Yeah, we'll make one day.
But this is nice and smooth. I could drink this straight.
Yeah, I agree.
And we didn't even put ice in here.
What do they call that? Neat.
Yeah, we're drinking a neat.
Ready for a second sip?
Yeah.
Cheers, brother. Nothing different there. It went down the same way.
Same exact way.
Smooth.
Nice and smooth.
This is good whiskey. This is not party whiskey. I can recall a time when I was younger where I would do shots of whiskey, Jack Daniels, maybe Fireball, something like that. You felt it the whole time. Right?
Absolutely.
This is not that. This is adult whiskey. This is good. It's smooth.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, Jack Daniels is a Jack and Coke type of drink. Mm-hmm. Nothing you want to drink straight. This would be perfect if you were having a great night out with your dad or something. Break out a bottle. A good friend like George here, break out a bottle. Actually,
you better break this out. Don't be breaking out that Jim Beam on me.
I keep the Jim Beam for when he comes over.
He pours it in one of his empties. Woodford Reserve.
But yeah, one of the big things that brings me to St. Pete is when my father moved to Florida, he actually moved to St. Petersburg first. And it was kind of his area, and he told me about it. And when I came to Florida, I was super excited to go to St. Petersburg. And it's always been a great place to go. They've got great food. It's a great place to hang out, and It's a great vibe. I think their liquors definitely represent the vibe of St. Petersburg. It's nice, it's crafted, it's quality, and it's good American style, in my opinion.
Well said, man. I agree. This captures the fun of St. Pete, the fun vibe, the atmosphere, appropriately named distillery.
Yeah.
Good whiskey.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
I think this last one, I think we should just down the hatch this thing.
You think I can do that?
I know you can do it, man.
Cheers!
Ooh.
A little more bitter on the shot side.
Yes. This is not a shot.
It's not a shooter. It's a sipper.
Yeah, this is a sipper. This is, it's not incredibly expensive, but it's more than Jack Daniels, right? This is something you have friends over and you pour a glass and you sip on, and within a couple hours, I can imagine you probably kind of
Within a
toasted.
couple drinks, you're going to be a little
Yeah.
toasted. This one's actually running at a 88 proof, 44% alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Woodford runs right around there. We did the Goldschlager last. It was actually like a 43.5%.
Right, it was a strong liqueur, but this is stronger.
This is a little stronger, but I feel it so much more.
Totally.
It's definitely on the heavier side if you're talking about how you feel the liquor.
Mm-hmm.
The Goldschlager was like, hey, I need a little warm up, whereas this was like, hey, I need a whiskey.
But I will say it's clean.
It's great.
You
I
know?
love it.
Yeah, definitely. This is good.
For
So-
$40 a bottle compared to the Woodford. That's what I compare it to just because I drink it on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
Do keep in mind I'm not never claimed to be a professional whiskey
Connoisseur.
taster. Yeah, I enjoy whiskeys. I taste them. I've never been a professional. It's just something I do for fun. But I love the taste of a nice, good whiskey. A nice, complex flavor, and the St. Petersburg definitely delivers that.
Yeah, and I will say too, it's nice drinking a liquor distilled in our backyard.
It's great to know, yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool to know that it's from here. We're kind of like got the Florida vibe going on. You got the sun on there,
Yeah.
kicking back. It reminds me of it wouldn't be something I would drink on the beach, but it reminds me of St. Pete.
Totally. Yeah, it captures the vibe. I don't know. I think that if I was to rate this whiskey out of 5 stars, this gets a solid 4. And I'm not a whiskey drinker per se. This was smooth. The taste was whiskey, but good whiskey. It's distilled in a small distillery. Just a nice tasting whiskey. If you're gonna add something to your bar, I highly recommend that when you go for the whiskey, Old St. Pete should be, Old St. Pete premium whiskey. Sunshine Premium should be at the top of your list for whiskeys.
Absolutely, yeah. I would give it a nice solid 4-star review. It's great, in my opinion. It's got that nice sweet, almost sweet corn taste to it. It's got a nice bite to it like you expect from a whiskey, but it's not repulsive. It doesn't smell like a rubbing alcohol, and it's great. Like you said, it's made here in the local Florida area. And we love buying local Florida liquors, so we're actually going to be trying some more. So keep an eye out for those videos. But I am kind of curious if Old St. Pete distributes this outside of Florida. I know it's available on online retailers, but I haven't been able to really pinpoint if it's available outside of Florida. So if any of you out there go to your liquor store like an ABC or a Total Wine, that's the only places I've seen it, and you see this, let us know, because I'm curious if this is countrywide or if it's only available here locally in Florida or through online retailers.
Yeah, and if you have had it, let us know what you think of it. Are we crazy or
Yeah,
a 4 out of 5 star
whiskey? Is it trash and we're just giving it a little bit of bias because we're from Florida? No, definitely not.
I don't think so.
It's a great whiskey. But sure, let us know your thoughts. It would be good to know what other people think.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us. We're going to turn everything off here and drink the rest of this bottle right now. And we hope you come back next week. So cheers to you guys.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a subscribe and we'll be back